rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the school board will convene to closed session tonight to consider employment, promotion, or compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility under Wisconsin statutes 19.85(1)(c), elementary teacher, high school varsity baseball coach, and middle school football coach. First item on our agenda are the storage shed options. Oh, I've got an old, okay, I've got an old agenda, I'm sorry. So the first item for discussion and action is the high school gym usage, and we'll ask Mr. Luke to bring that up for us.
Sure. The curtain was installed on Monday, and the curtain is up. The hoops were down. The gentleman who put the curtain installed it, he also then moved the basketball hoops up, so the volleyball team is practicing there today. And the hoops will stay up until the electrician can get in, and he's either going to be end of this week or next week, and then the hoops will be operable for up and down. The mats on the east wall are supposed to come end of this week, and so the topic of the volleyball team using the gym for their games is what they're looking for. We don't have any seating in there because the bleachers will not be here until October. And a banner update. The company that prints out the banners still will not print Gibraltar's banner because it looks too much like the Minnesota Viking banner, the trademark, and so they don't want to do trademark infringement, so they're trying to get a release letter from Gibraltar. Gibraltar says they have a release letter from the Minnesota Vikings, but they haven't found it yet in their files. So the banners are on order too, so we're waiting for that issue with Minnesota Vikings and Gibraltar Vikings. So the volleyball team would like to play the games in the gym. The core planning team met and said we'd like to keep that gym as pristine as possible for as long as possible. The issue is if we have games in there, we got to set up chairs. The volleyball coaches have assured that the players and the coaches will help set up and tear down the chairs after the games. I'm okay with that, but I don't want a couple hundred chairs on that floor. So an option would be to either get a covering for the floor on the sidelines, or maybe put tennis balls underneath the chairs so they don't scratch up. They have 4 home games. The first one is September 12th. To get a tarp correctly in there by the 12th is probably not possible. What I would like to also do with the gym is the parent-teacher conferences, hold those in the 91 gym until that gym gets renovated, because that's a couple days less of chairs and tables and people walking on that floor. But come Tuesday, the students at lunchtime, after they eat lunch in high school, go up to the high school gym, so we will have street shoes on that gym floor. So that's the issue right now. What else can I add? Oh, someday when we do renovate the 91 gym, which we got to decide if we want to do that, or because those bleachers failed inspection, but so did the bleachers by the football field track. Those also failed. So we got to weigh which one of those we want to do first in the process. When we do get the new bleachers in the 91 gym, and we do take care of that floor the same as we have up here in the 65, at that point I'd like to get a cover for that floor because of the musical, the play, the Christmas concerts, the graduation ceremonies, and the other events we have in there. There's a big one you can pull out and put the chairs on top of. And at that point, I'd take care of the 91 floor with a protective covering, but right now where the 91 floor is, it's not as vital to be ginger with the floor because it's been used already. So, okay.
So the immediate question is volleyball team playing up there and either not playing up there or playing in the elementary gym, or playing in the high school gym, and do we protect the floor with either a covering or the tennis balls on the chairs?
And this is because we don't have bleachers in place, is what you're
Correct.
saying?
The core planning team said let's hold off until we get the bleachers in, but the bleachers aren't coming until October because we ordered them. They're not here in August. They're not here until October.
So I have two thoughts. Is there any way of switching around our home and away schedule, or the space against the walls is fairly considerable depth. If you're gonna have chairs sitting where the bleachers are gonna be, that floor is gonna be covered by the bleachers. You know, I mean, it's not gonna be exposed all the time.
Okay, to answer both those questions, the home and away doesn't work for volleyball because of the way the conference is set up. You don't have home and away like basketball.
Okay.
So we can't do that. The bleachers, when they're pulled out, yes, would cover up that area, but when they're pushed in, they cover up less area, so then that floor is exposed for gym classes and daily usage. So on game day, yeah, the court would be pristine because we're not setting chairs on the court. But I still, and the gentleman who put the curtain up today, or yesterday, he had a plastic covering he put on the floor, and that's when he set the curtain on it and took it out of the box and then lifted it up. And when he ran his lift, he had big sheets of cardboard he put down one after another and drove it out there, and he used that as well. He left those behind. So I would like to have the volleyball in there, but I'd like to get the tennis balls on the chairs. I think that'd be best.
Are we talking these chairs here,
Right.
so they have a smooth, I mean, how, can I ask the question, when we set up for a concert in the elementary gym, what does the floor look like when we use the chairs?
There's some scratches, but not all.
Like, are they like gouged, are they surface scratches?
No.
I guess,
It's like a plastic bond.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
plastic.
yeah, so I mean, we're talking, again, as Karen mentioned, and I was going to mention, that was primarily to cover the bleachers door value, obviously push in or playing, I guess, full or half court basketball, or maybe split the gym, scene. There's a lot of other sports that utilize that gym, softball, batting areas, and that's what balls hitting, soccer, I get up there, lunch for kids, well, shoot baskets with street shoes on. I mean, if we're talking about volleyball, team not being able to play their home matches in the course of the gym, what are we looking for down the road for home and other, as you mentioned, heritage conference being moved down to the elementary gym.
Can baseball and softball practice be moved to the elementary gym?
Possibly, not as well.
You're not gonna have the batting net in the elementary gym.
We don't have one yet, it's not installed up here.
Well, that's gonna be in January when we
Right,
start the building.
so we're gonna protect the gym for volleyball season, but then 3 months from now,
That's why I would short-term protect it with the tennis balls and the chairs and being protected on the floor, and the bleachers are in a better shape.
I
But
just-
yeah, we're gonna use that gym, absolutely. It's gonna get used all the
But just not
time.
for that.
No, they used it for practice today.
not for you.
Well, if
No, my recommendation now is to put the tennis balls on it and take care of it.
But you can even get ram board, it's relatively cheap, like 50 foot, like 30 feet, for $15. It's what people use when they're doing construction. It's like a cardboard layer. I don't know how much tennis balls are, what it is.
Well, we'll look at it,
But
but
I mean, I think there are viable options to be able to put chairs in the space.
it was nice of volleyball coaches and team to say, we'll stack the chairs afterwards and set them up. That's fine.
Family also volunteered.
I'm sure folks will just,
Prominent family.
I think we need to do what we can to make sure it happens in our varsity gym. I mean, we've gotten this renovation and we want to show it off. And I think if we figure out a way, again, I mean, it's not as deep when the bleachers are out, but the space of the bleachers in, we can comfortably have a couple of rows. I've been to large basketball tournaments where there is a huge gymnasium with multiple courts, and there are minimal, the chairs are on the very perimeter up against the wall, and people find a way to watch these games standing, sitting up against the wall, or in the chairs that are provided. And, we're not talking like there's 800 people at these games, but I
Any club
think,
sport is like,
right, so there's lots of sports that are like that. So, we've worked hard, and lots of people worked hard to get that renovated, and I really like to see the competitions happening in our varsity gym, because it looks phenomenal.
And then, not for the decision, the bigger question is I had asked, how much does it cost to refinish a gym floor? Is it
do you have,
$5,000, $10,000? $2,000, $2,000?
21, I believe it was 21,000.
How much?
21,000.
Okay, 21,000.
Because, well, but that was.
2,100 or 21,000?
That's to go down and
Sand
get
it
that
That's
one
it, right.
second off.
Because they redo the gym at St. Peter's all the time, and I know it doesn't cost.
So they don't do it the same way.
No,
Right.
but it looks
They're not
nice.
sanding it and.
But we've only,
painting
this is
it.
only the second time, you should do that every 12 to 15 years, and this is only the second time since that floor was put in the 80s that it's ever done. Mhm.
So,
And when Rock wasn't sure, they hadn't done his time frame here, and the gentleman who was doing the floor said, I can tell, because he took us over one area, he said, I can tell this was done once in the, once it's had since the 80s. So we were a little behind on that maintenance on that, but it's
well,
up to speed
at the
now.
point, I do think at the point that we do the elementary gym, because that gets the most wear and tear, that we should invest in the floor covering. You move here, teacher conferences down there, and that's about $8,000 to $10,000
The covering.
to the covering. At the covering and the,
But
I mean,
there's
that's
the
one
roll.
look, but in the
with
thing to roll it up.
With the stage, there's a lot more different
Right, so,
things that go on down there.
Absolutely, you got the musical, you got the play, you got various
Right.
concerts, you
A lot
got
of
two
stuff.
graduations, correct.
so,
And that's when the chairs go right on the gym floor.
And you save those big pieces of cardboard that they're gonna, but
Yes, but I saved those two, but they're not, because I can cover a lot of
Okay,
square
I thought it
footage.
was a lot.
Because he only got like 3 or 4 of them, he drives the lift, moves the back one to the front. It's not, but we can get some sort of covering, and I'm really like the tennis balls on there. Mr. Retzloff has those on his chairs in his room. I think that's because they're quality of the floor. Did you say, Rob?
Yes,
He's got the tennis balls on his because they're quality of his floor.
and just for, if you just have to stuff and recoat the floor like we do every year, that's in the neighborhood between 2 and 3,000.
And that's probably what St. Peter's is doing every year.
That's what we've done this year.
That's what we've done every year except for one time and
And the
now.
floor looks really nice when even that's done, so I can't imagine.
Can you get some used tennis balls from someplace like Western Racket and Green Bay?
someone told me there, you could buy an obscene number of tennis balls really cheaply.
You can buy 20, I can do a little research.
He's done a lot of research on
Yeah, I
this.
think so.
Amazon has, you can get 24 4-packs for $26, so it's roughly
Dollar piece.
$1 a piece, just over $1 a piece.
So we have
If
300
we're talking
chairs.
300
We know that.
chairs, that's $300. I think we can pass a hat in the volleyball program for that.
Maybe
To-
We can
figure
find
out-
it in the budget.
To protect a $21,000 floor renovation,
I'm just saying.
a few $100 for tennis balls is worth it.
I think.
I will move to play the games in the gym and to protect the floor with tennis balls on the chairs.
a second.
Is there any other discussion, questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Then we have storage shed options. Brock, or?
Yeah, okay, come on up.
Someone bring it up first?
We have 3 bids from Forest, 3 options from Forest. And Rock, I believe is, okay, Rock just got one between
Another one?
520 and not, well, the gentleman was in last week and
Do you feel these are apples to apples, Rock?
no, he just got these.
Oh, you don't know?
We hate to, like,
That stays close by, because it's very hard to hear you back there with the fans.
so, the one that, okay, so we have 3 from Forest. Should we walk through those first, Rob? Okay. The 30 by 48 by 10 clear building with an 18 by 18 lean to one side, that is the exact replica of the current shed we have out back. The total cost for that one would be $41,450. Electrical is not included, no plumbing, but it's a 1-for-1 replacement of what we currently have. It's the 30 by 40 by 10.
And is that shed big enough?
Really not.
No.
Half of it's used by the FFA for their storage, FFA alumni, and the other half is used by me maintenance, and there's a truck in there, and we got some shelving, and a snow plow, and other outdoor equipment.
And then we still like the school band over in the garage over by the football field. So if we went with a different option, we could have it all together and have one really short.
What is FFA keeps doing up there?
They keep some pots, I believe, and some dairy breakfast stuff.
And originally, they paid for half that building, is my understanding.
And condition of that building? Condition of that building?
The current
The
building?
condition of the current
The
building.
condition of the building is in pretty good shape. I did get a quote on the repairs that it needs, excluding any exterior overhead doors, about $3,200 it would take to bring it back up. Because right now, the roof has a little bit of a leak, and the service part of the
However, okay, so that's repairing that building, but then it still has to be moved.
It has to be moved
And
and cement.
And the major cost there is the cement, laying cement for the new foundation, right? So
But is that cement work, I read through this whole bid, but I can't recall, is that cement work included in this 4 to the 5? No, is it?
The cement work is included,
Is it?
excavation is not.
excavating is not correct.
So how much would the cement work and cost of moving the building be?
We got one quote on that so far.
One gentleman was willing to move it, it was $20,150 to move it. And that would not be the lean-to. The lean-to, would not, the 18 by 18 lean-to would not move.
And that would not be cemented? I would think that.
I don't think the cement is in there either.
I don't think it was cement.
Is there also an option to sell that building to anybody who wants to then move it or take it apart?
That is what we would probably, well, how I'd recommend to do it, would be sealed bids on a certain date and then tell the person, or in the bid process for that, say, you have to have it off-site by a certain date as well. We open up sealed bids on whatever day and whoever's the highest bidder for that shed, because I'm sure there's plenty of citizens that would like a shed like that in their backyard.
When does that have to go away?
We've got until about February,
So you want to move on it then?
because they're gonna break ground. And the other reason with the forest, when we met with forest construction, the reason we're bringing this to you tonight is because it takes 30 days to order the concrete or cement, and if it gets into end of October, November, then there's a surcharge because of the temperature, and then your cost goes up, and the possibility of getting it completed in time also deteriorates. So we also had forest give us 2 other options. The second option was a 49 by 102 by 14-foot clear storage building. That bid price is $100,100. There is an option to, well, I'll walk you through exactly what,
Yeah.
tell them what's plus storage on that one.
That 49 by 102 by 14 clear storage building includes 2 stalls to park the school buses in if we need to. I really think that would be overkill, that's why it's better. I think we'd be better off playing with option 2. Option 2 is deduct $35,425 off of that $100,100. We would not have the school bus,
The bay.
bays
Yeah.
in there, so there wouldn't be heat in those bays, there wouldn't be really anything. I think the district would be better served to put up a dedicated bus route at some point with a 3-sided thing or something along those lines.
And that option would be $64,675. We also talked to Forest Construction about, could we have a bay for the DI program to store their stuff in? But then it's occupied by people, you have to have different codes you have to follow, and you have to have it insulated, and we have no running water out there, and so it just was not feasible. Because we thought, okay, we're renting a room over at St. Peter and Paul, could we avoid the cost of there and put it in this project? And the answer is no, so we did explore that option. And my recommendation would be go with the 64,675 option. However, but we can't forget about someday having a 3-sided shed for our buses, and that's a bigger discussion because someday, 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, we may not own our own buses, but whoever is busing our kids would still have bus storage probably on site. You know what I mean? Whether it's us or an outside service, those buses have to be stored someplace. So.
That's what Culberson did with Sturgeon Bay, they just kept their bus barn.
Sure, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So.
I mean, most schools have a shed for it, they just park them outside of them.
50-50. Yeah, it depends where you are.
Or is there any contractual, with all sorts of buses, or any contractual agreement that we have to be put in the shed, or could it be outside?
We can, but then they're gonna charge you more for that service, right? They're gonna say, you want a shed? Great, we'll build them, but we're gonna want a 5-year contract and you're gonna buy the shed, right?
Curious on
Yeah, they're gonna make money. That'd be a for-profit option. And I'm not saying we're going that way, but we just gotta think big picture here, what's gonna happen in the future, because other districts have gone to bus services, and we're not leaning towards that right now, but they just, long-term planning, you gotta think ahead,
So
10,
maybe
20 years.
that is something that should just kind of be taken onto the maintenance fund.
Absolutely, if that's the option that's chosen, right?
The one thing I do want to bring your attention to on the first page, under general details, it said the building will be designed to state code and include all state plans and fees. That's a huge portion of whatever we're going to do. And I don't know if that one has that included or not at this point. I have not had a chance to look at it.
The one you're saying us tonight?
And who's that quote from?
That one's from Jesse Miller from Miller Building.
He was out last week. And Rock has also contacted Peninsula Building Systems, and they would not return
Yeah,
calls.
we really didn't return them.
And did you have someone that said they're too busy to?
Yeah, they mentioned that they were quite busy, so
This doesn't say anything about permits, fees.
it maybe doesn't, and that's kind of a two-pronged thing. Number one, it's pricey, and number two is it pushes the start time over quite a bit. And Forrest, when they came in to give their presentation, said that they felt that they could get this going in a relatively short period of time. And they're the ones that said that they would also do the state codes and fees. That among our bleachers, it has a
There's a value in that.
And on the last page of the quote, you see there's builder's risk insurance for $200 for one option or $500 for the other. I contacted M3, our insurance broker for property insurance, and they said they couldn't get us a quote for less of this project, so they said if you're gonna do it, go with Forest Construction's insurance rather than have them be our broker and buy a separate policy for that. But M3 is working on builder's risk insurance for the new addition.
Anything else, any other information you want to give before we ask more questions?
Yeah, no, I really don't have a whole lot other than I do believe, right, currently we're using about 2,500 square feet of space for maintenance, storing vehicles, those kind of things. That includes the space that we don't using. To be honest with you, it's probably not quite enough. So if we could get in the 24, 2,500 range now, if we could get in the 24, 28, 3,000 range, 26, 3,000 range, I think we have enough storage space. And that's why I said that middle building is probably our best. I don't think we need to dedicate a bus boundary to this one. I think that they kind of mentioned that that's actually a discussion.
And your recommendation was number 2?
The second one, the
64,000.
64,675 for a 49 by 60.
And how many square feet will this give you then?
That would be
Did you ask Karen?
This, how many square feet that will give him then? Let's see.
49 by 42, so it would be 42 by 2, it would be approximately 50 by 60.
$2,940.
Other questions for Rob? Or is someone like to make a motion?
I'll move to make motion that we take the $64,000 option with the $500 insurance.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We have the retirement letter from Mr. David Heat. We got it. We got it, we all got it, right? Okay. So, would someone like to make a motion?
I would move to approve the request by Mr. Reed for retirement and teaching after the 2021 school year, and thank him for his many years of service.
Is there a second? Any other questions, comments, discussion? Sounds like they're moving out of the area?
You have a new option now, so he's letting you know.
It's great, so.
I'm not moving out of the area. Where'd you get that from?
The word on town.
You're staying here.
Okay,
He's driving
yeah,
trolley.
the option is a great thing for the school and for the individuals, so.
Yeah, right, that's the new option that we approved, and so
Yep.
they put it in now.
Yeah, Mr. Lee deserved it.
He's gonna be here 2 more years, so.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We will then convene to executive session. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Jay?
Aye.
Motion.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we are adjourned to executive session at 5:59 PM. We'll call to order an open session, and I'll look for a motion to approve the elementary teacher.
I'll move to approve Andrew Mauer as the elementary 5th grade teacher.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I will look then for a motion to approve the head baseball coach.
I make a motion to approve R. Ken Berkeley as the high school varsity baseball coach.
Second.
Questions or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And a motion to approve the assistant middle school football coach.
I'll make a motion to approve Carl Volkman as the assistant middle school football coach.
Second. Take Cindy, she needs to get in there.
Questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Our next school board meeting is September 26th of 2019.
I would like to ask that when there are things like the breakfast this morning, that we could get those on our future meetings list a month in advance, so that we would be able to plan ahead.
Can we do that, Jean? Okay. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So we will recess until